Harry's mishaps.
Your car has been clamped.
Oh, how are you feeling?
I mean, beside myself with worry, I'm thinking, what is it? Is it eBay? Is it the parking fine?
I don't
First of
know.
all-
I've got too many to my name.
He sounds like a complete scumbag. He wasn't like a sex offender or anything.
They're a rare breed these days.
They are, yeah, with all these entrepreneurs. We need more Graham, the postman.
Or Pat. I haven't met a Pat in my lifetime.
Patrick?
Is that what Postman Pat's full name is? Patrick the Postman.
Pat swatted the cat.
Were you in your dressing gown?
Pants and slippers. Nipples were exposed. Yeah, I was seething. Absolutely seething.
Yeah.
So I said, Mr. Lopez.
I've been expecting you. Fun fact, did you know that they put the smell in the gases that we can smell, just so that we know that it's there?
So is someone putting the odour in our farts then?
Welcome back, Harry. Thank you very much for joining me to continue Harry's mishaps.
We need a little jingle, don't we?
Yeah, we do, yeah. Harry's mishaps. That's good. Just to recap from the previous conversation we had about this that went out recently, you had a problem with a parking fine, then you had an eBay scam, but both of those debts or issues were kind of, excuse the pun, parked for now. And now we're going into the next mishap.
Yeah,
which was?
So, I woke up one morning to a text from my neighbour saying, your car has been clamped.
Your neighbour texted you that?
My neighbour texted me because I was at my girlfriend Rosie's house and I got a text saying, your car has been clamped.
Oh, God. And clamped means, for those listening?
Securing your wheel, locking your wheel so that you cannot move it.
Yeah.
You can't move your car.
You can't move your car. Big yellow metal thing around your tyre.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right. God.
Horrible.
I've never even thought of... I mean, yeah, if you park in a really stupid place in London, sure, you're going to get clamped, but
yeah,
I find that hard to believe actually happening to me, especially if your car's at home. So your car was at home?
My car was at home in the shared car park that we have.
Yeah.
Clamped.
Clamped,
yeah, with a big sticker on the window, the driver's side.
Yeah.
With the name. I want to find the letter so I can read you what it said because it's quite impactful. Here it is. Okay. So, notice of intention to take control of your goods. Despite previous attempts to contact you for payment, your debt remains outstanding. As the enforcement agent in charge of your case, I have called today with the intention of removing goods in order to sell them at public auction and use the proceeds to pay the debt on your behalf.
Oh.
If you do not contact me immediately, I will be required to return to complete my actions and goods may be removed in your absence.
Wow.
Balance due today, £427.50. If payment is not made immediately, you will be liable for substantial additional costs. Checks will not be accepted. And then it says, enforcement agent, Mr. Lopez. So that's the guy who came and clamped my car, Mr. Lopez.
Mr. Lopez.
And it had his number there. Do not ignore, this will not go away. So I call Mr. Lopez and I say...
Can I just
Hi,
ask,
Mr.
though,
Lopez.
before you do the phone call, how are you feeling?
Oh, my God. I mean, beside myself with worry, I'm like, what? Oh, God. I'm thinking, what is it? Is it eBay? Is it the parking fine?
I don't know. I've got too many to my name.
I'm thinking, which debt is it?
Sorry to butt in right now, mid-conversation, but you were just exposed to a lovely phrase, and I want to teach you that phrase properly. To do so, I've created a PDF covering the definition, example sentences, context in which natives use it, which is really valuable for you, collocations, meaning the words that natives use before and after a phrase, and then a couple of good quiz questions to help lock that phrase in to your long-term memory. With this knowledge, you will go from having heard a new phrase to being 110% confident in using it when speaking English yourself. And this PDF is not just covering one phrase, but 10 phrases from this very conversation. You can grab it by scanning the QR code on screen right now, or clicking the link in the description box or the pinned comment below. That link will take you to this page. Fill out your name and email to sign up to my mailing list, and then I'll send it directly to your inbox.
It's got to be one of those two, right? Or is there something else I've done?
Oh, it is. I just realised it is something else, isn't it?
It is. So I call Mr. Lopez, and he sounds like a complete scumbag. He just sounds like a wrong un. Like, he's just zero empathy in his voice, and he's just like, all right, yeah. I don't know. I can't do an impression. I don't remember how the conversation went, but he wasn't very nice. Okay. And I said, what is the charge for? What is all this? What does this relate to? And he said, dart charge. So it's a toll road. We've got the Dartford Crossing, which goes, it's the M25. I think it's on the M25 going towards Kent.
Yes.
So I take that route a couple of times a year when I go to Broadstairs. My auntie has a nice little cottage there. Anyway,
I stayed there. Yeah.
Charlie stayed there. It's very nice. Yeah. Anyway, you have to pay a dart charge. So it's £2.50 one way, £2.50 the other way. Yeah. I had failed to pay that £2.50 fee one way. And again, I'd received no correspondence, no letters about this charge. So I'd missed all the letters. I'd missed the initial one, which was probably a £40 fine for not paying the toll. And then the next one where they probably doubled it to 80 quid. And then the next one where they threatened legal action. So again, it went straight to clamping, straight to the bailiffs who came to my house and they clamped my car.
That is mental. A toll of £2.50 ends up in you being clamped.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I sometimes wonder what happens if you don't pay something like that. And there we go. That's what happens. So this is what, a couple of weeks, a months? How long since the illegal action?
February. It's in February.
It was in February.
And this happened mid or early June. The clamping happened early June. Okay. So it was what? March, April, May, June. So 4 months had passed. Yeah. Okay. Since this alleged fine. Or
so how come you got no warning?
Okay. So I had a look in my vehicle logbook, which basically just says who is not the legal owner of the car, but the legal keeper of the car. Because it doesn't actually... It's my brother's car. He bought it originally. But he passed it over to me. Mm-hmm. And my name is in the logbook. So it's officially my car, I think. Yeah. And on the logbook, my address... Basically, at my property, there are 5 different flats. All it said was the number of the property and the postcode. It did not say the flat number. Right.
Okay. So... It was sending it to the general address, but not to your specific letterbox. So I know your property. So was there not letters being put through the front part of the building?
You would think so, right? But I didn't receive any letter. So either it was delivered to all of these letters. So they probably sent 4 in total. Mm-hmm. None of my neighbours, who all know me personally, they all know me by name, none of them redirected any post to me. Right. So we have had issues with our postmen and postal workers.
They don't pee in shoes, do they?
They don't pee in shoes, to my knowledge.
That could have been a culprit that we didn't think about.
A postman wouldn't have had access to our hallway and therefore wouldn't have had an opportunity to relieve himself or herself.
Where's your
into my
mailbox?
boot.
Is it on the outside of the door?
Yeah, outside of the door.
Okay.
They couldn't have. Even with the most powerful jets, they couldn't have weed through the letterbox and into my shoe.
For those who haven't listened to that episode, it was a situation which Harry's shoe was very wet and it smelt of urine, and he leaves his shoes on the outside of his apartment, his flat, inside the lobby of the apartment block.
Yes.
Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, check that out. It's a good one. Yes, so we have had issues with our postmen, postal workers. What's a gender neutral term for post
people?
Post people, yeah. We've had issues with our Royal Mail post people since Graham the postman retired,
Right.
probably 18 months ago.
Okay.
So he always did the postal round for maybe 20 years in our area. Absolute legend. Never a single letter misdelivered.
Lovely.
Since Graham retired, Graham, by the way, he had a BBC news story all about him when he retired. They came and did a little story about him because he's a great guy. He wasn't like a sex offender or anything. He was.
Just because he did his job for years?
Yeah. He's an honest man doing a normal, honest job for absolutely ages.
And they're a rare breed these days.
They are, with all these entrepreneurs and digital nomads. Yeah, we need more Graham, the postman.
Yeah, we do. Postman
more
Pat.
Grahams.
Or Pats.
Yeah, we like them.
I haven't met a Pat in my lifetime that's a male.
No.
Pat is a female name, isn't it, for Patricia? No?
Patrick?
Patrick. Is that what Postman Pat's full name is? Patrick the Postman?
I assume so.
Pat patted the cat.
There you go. You've already got some senses for your new pronunciation course. There you go.
Anyway.
Patted the cat.
Okay. So, Pat
swatted the cat. Better.
Pat patted the cat's twat. Anyway, so the bailiff clamped letter speaking to Mr. Lopez. Mr. Lopez doesn't have any empathy for you. He explains that it's the Dartford tunnel. You realise, yes, that's when I went to Broadstairs. What did you do next?
I call Mr. Lopez. He says, you need to call this number and pay the fine, and then I'll come and remove the clamp.
Okay.
I do so. I pay the 427 quid, and they send Mr. Lopez back to my property to unclamp it.
Were you there when he unclamped?
Yeah, and I came out to speak to him because I wasn't best pleased with Mr. Lopez because he'd ignored several of my calls. He said, he took my first call and I was like, can you tell me more about this? Why am I getting fined? He said, I think it's dart charge, but I'll call you back in 10 minutes. He never called back. And I kept calling him, got nothing from him. So I went out there and I thought, I'm going to give him a piece of my mind.
Yeah. Can I just ask, were you in your dressing gown?
No, I wasn't in my dressing gown.
Oh, okay.
No. Pants.
Slippers?
Pants and slippers.
Pants and slippers. Nice, yeah.
And a vest, a string vest.
That was perishing in multiple patches.
Exactly. Nipples were exposed. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was wearing, I don't know, yoga pants probably, which are a bit like pyjama bottoms.
Did you take a cup of tea out with you?
No. I wasn't in the mood for a cup of tea.
Nah.
I was.
Yeah, you're angry.
Yeah.
You're ready to explode.
Exactly. I was seething, absolutely seething.
Yeah.
So I said, Mr. Lopez, thanks for clamping my car.
I've been expecting you.
Mr. Lopez, thank you for ignoring my calls. He's like, oh, did you call? Didn't see that. And I said, this must be a horrible job, going around clamping people.
What, you said that to him?
Yeah, I said it must be hard work. This is not nice. People must hate your guts.
Oh, okay. So I thought you were starting to give empathy, but you were trying to give rage.
No, I wasn't giving much rage. I don't know, so after I said why didn't you call and stuff, he was like, "Oh, sorry, I'm busy. There's a lot of cars to clamp this time of year." I was like, "Fair enough."
This time of year?
He didn't actually say that, but he said he's been very busy. Yeah, I said
must be a horrible job.
Must be a horrible job. You go around clamping people's car and people hate you. And he said, "Not really, mate. I'm paid more than a doctor." So,
well, I didn't ask your wage. I asked how satisfied you were with your work.
The shit.
If money gets you out of bed, then fine. Enjoy your life.
Yeah.
Wanker.
Yeah, he said,
what was that? I said, love, bye.
Yeah, see
ya.
ya.
Do you want a cup of tea? Yeah.
He was scary looking as well.
Oh, really?
He was giving off kind of criminal energy,
I can only imagine somebody who looks quite threatening would be a bailifter.
Yeah.
I'm imagining quite thick set body, quite maybe a chain, wearing a big chain.
I think there was a bit of a chain,
Tattoos, multiple.
Don't remember tattoos, but he was bearded, or stubble, and he was wearing a kind of like a holster, which had, I think, a phone in it.
Oh, like a policeman's jacket, like a utility vest.
It did have that kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
Maybe it was bulletproof. But yeah,
okay.
My weapon stayed stowed away.
Yeah, good. All right, so you had a sort of a mild go at him. He shrugged you off.
Yeah.
He said, "I make more than a doctor. Fuck off." And then you fucked off.
Well, he fucked off with his clamp.
Oh, because you had paid. That's not very nice of him. You had paid. You were a customer of his, basically.
Pretty much. And he did explain what I can do. He said, you can appeal it, and you'll get a refund if you're right. If you prove it wrong.
Okay.
But yeah, so he went on his way with his clamp off to clamp some other poor sod. And so then I write to the traffic enforcement agency, appealing this case.
God, this is the third thing that you're appealing now.
Yeah. So I'm 427 quid down, and I've got those two other debts lingering in the background.
Yeah, building up even more. Goodness. And present day, what's the situation with it?
So about 2 weeks after that, I'm driving that same car, driving to work, and a car cuts me off, and I have an awful car crash.
Oh, yes. Yes, right. Okay. So this is 2 weeks after the clamping.
2 weeks after the clamping.
Or declamping.
Yeah.
You're free, roaming around 2 weeks of that. And then a horrendous crash.
Yeah, I'm driving to work 60 miles an hour. It's a 60 mile per hour road. I'm within I should mention, I'm within speed limits. And there's a junction on the to the left, so on my side of the road, and there's another carriageway and a van going in the opposite direction to me. And he goes to take that turning.
You're on a main road with oncoming traffic, and the oncoming traffic is wanting to turn to another side road on your side of the road.
Yes, so for him to take a right turning, he has to cross my lane. Yeah,
and you're bombing down there 60 miles an hour legally.
Yeah, exactly. And on my way to work. And he mistimes his turning. He goes too early. Instead of waiting for me to pass, he cuts in front of me, creates a barrier between me and the road ahead. I perform an emergency stop and smash front first into his van.
We're going to leave the free version of this episode here for today, but if you did want to continue listening to this conversation, then head over to the BritishEnglishPodcast.com, where you can sign up to the premium podcast or the Academy. The premium podcast gives you the ad-free version with transcripts, a full glossary, and flashcards, whereas the Academy gives you all of that plus a whole lot more, including vocab video lessons, writing assignments, weekly Zoom classes with me, and you get to join the Sunday Speaking Club if you want. Remember to get the free PDF that helps you go from confused about the advanced language that came up in this episode to completely confident to use them yourself next time you're speaking English. To get that, scan the QR code on screen right now or click the link in the description box or the pinned comment below. And if you're wanting another video to watch right now to improve your English, then I reckon you'll love this one on screen right now. So, see you in that one.